This must be near perfect conditions to trail run today. I am Ralph from Long Gauge Runner. Boy, it's near perfect today. It's in the upper 50s here. I am at Cedar Creek State Park. This is in southwest Ohio. The portion of park I'm at today is actually in Warren County. I'm going to do the perimeter trail. It's a trail that goes around a part of the park. It's about 12 miles long. This will be my last long run before I do this 50K I've been talking about off and on. The 50K is actually on July 9th, so depending on when you watch this video, either I've run the race or I haven't. So I thought I'd do something a little different today, take you with me, show you a little bit of the park, some of the beauty that's around here, and talk a little bit about where my head is about this 50K. It's coming up here soon. I feel a little undertrained. I'll talk about that a little later. But I think it's just a wonderful day to get out here. I'm hoping to do, maybe 13 to 15 miles today. Just see how it goes. Hey, thanks for watching. It's a very small portion of the perimeter trail. Actually goes along Ohio State Route 73. No traffic at the moment. There's a yellow hash mark. Lets me know I'm on the perimeter trail, which I kind of know anyway. I've been on this trail before. Probably, I don't know, minimum of 80% of this trail goes through the forest, if not higher, maybe 90%. Very little is out in the open, so a little dark back here. It's about 7 a.m. The race will actually start at 6 a.m. on race day, so it'll be even a little darker in the forest. I don't know whether I'll need a headlamp or not, but decide that day. I'll bring one with me. We had some in Ohio, north central Ohio for sure, but even in southwest Ohio, we had some strong winds, a strong storm that came through the other day. Obviously, I've not seen this tree across the trail before, so this is new. Going to take a little bit of limbo work to get underneath it. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm a little bit undertrained going into this race. Middle of May, I planned to do my first long trail run, and I woke up that morning with a cold. Well, hell, that kind of wiped that out for 2 weeks, getting over that. And then we went on a family vacation, which was another week. So I actually went 5 weeks between long runs, so I'm a little behind, but that's okay. I have a strategy for this 50K. So there are a few steep hills on this trail, but it's not terrible. So this year I have started using trekking poles. It was actually a Christmas present for me. I got them mainly for the reason of balance and steadiness on the trail. Help me from tripping and falling, especially at my age. And I would say they've paid dividends many times so far. I've had a couple of quick steps, catching my foot on a tree root or a rock or something, and my trekking poles kept me upright. So they're well worth the investment if you're like me, an older runner, and are a little bit concerned about tripping and falling. So my goal for this race is simply to finish. I don't care how long it takes me. So my strategy is really take it easy. I'm going to try as much as possible to keep my heart rate in the aerobic zone. That's zones 1, 2, and 3. So far, I'm really about 5 miles into this run. I've been doing that. And that means slowing it down, walking all the hills, and taking it easy. So far I'm doing that. But if I spend too much time in zone 4 or zone 5 in the anaerobic zones, I'm going to risk tiring out and not having enough energy to finish the race. So I think I can do that. I've been successful so far here on the Cedar Creek Perimeter Trail. So I was running along here, big noise off to the woods to my left. I was hoping it was Sasquatch, but no, it's 2 deer. I don't think I've ever been running along here and seen deer running through the woods like that. It was kind of cool. They bounded off around me and in front of me. Very exciting. So I'm arriving at the visitor center. I've gone roughly about 7.3 miles where I left at the 50 Springs parking lot. So I'm a little over halfway. I'm coming to the Flat Fork Ridge area. Nice little picnic area. So I'd take a pause here at Flat Fork Ridge. For some reason I couldn't get water out of my hydration bladder. So I take it apart and realized that the little connector into the hose had come loose, and so I was sucking a lot of air instead of water. But I got it fixed. I'm ready to go now. I was concerned maybe I was out of water, which I found hard to believe, but still got plenty of water. Everything's working good. I'm ready to take off again. So I'm at mile 9.2. This is a very cool thing on the Cedar Creek Perimeter Trail, and this is the suspension bridge, swinging bridge it's called. It does swing a little bit. Part of the creek going up and down here. I don't think you should run this. I'm not. It's too bouncy, too swings a little bit, bounces. It's not something you run, but it's a very cool thing to walk across. So just at a kind of a larger muddy section, family was coming toward me, and the little boy, must have been like 4 or 5, started walking right through this muddiest section, kind of got stuck, fell forward, and put both his hands in the mud. Didn't like that. And then he stood up and tried to walk on. His foot came right out of the slide and his foot got in the mud. So he was not a happy kid, but his parents were telling him, hey, look, we'll be at water soon, we can wash off. But he was not happy. So now into the, coming into the Pioneer Village area. And then kind of speaks for itself, bunch of old buildings, recreating a Pioneer Village. I don't know what all they have here. Old Quaker meeting house, and got like a general store kind of a thing, and just some buildings. Great family activity here. I'm sure I'll see quite a few people here. So Pioneer Village is roughly 10.4 miles from 50 Springs. That's where I am in my journey. Now a little steep section on the trail. I'm not too far from getting back to my car, but once I get there I'm going to run another couple miles. I think I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to try and go for 15. I think I'm at 12 and a half right now. I would have been back by now, except I ran down the road a little ways just to add some miles, so I'd added maybe a half a mile. That's why I'm thinking I'm within a half a mile getting back to where my car is, 50 Springs parking lot. I'm coming back to the 50 Springs area. So I'm at 12.7 miles, which is about right. The permanent trail is about 12.2, but I ran down the road for a while, add maybe a half a mile. That's good. I'm going to keep on going. There's a small trail here called the 50 Springs Loop Trail. I don't know if I'll run the whole thing, but I'm going to run part of it. I'd like to get up to 15 miles today. This is Caesar Creek Lake. I'm on the 50 Springs Loop Trail. This portion trail goes right by the lake. You can see that bridge over there. That's State Route 73. I've run this trail a few times. Rarely do I see anybody. Once in a great while, but it's just not a trail that's hiked very often, which is a shame. It's not real long. This 50 Springs Loop Trail is about 3.5 miles. Very easy trail. Be great to hike with the family. Not too bad to run either. So I'm essentially done. I'm going to have 15.5 miles by the time I get back to my car. Pretty good run. Gave me some self-confidence that I can maybe do this 50K. Obviously, I'm really going to take it easy. I'll check my Garmin when I'm done, but I think I spent very little time above zone 3. In other words, I did not get into the threshold zone, zone 4. I did not get into zone 5, the maximum zone. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that gives me some encouragement that I can do this 50K. I suspect I'm going to walk a lot more the second 15 miles when I actually do the race in the first, just to protect my joints. My knees are feeling it a little bit. So, but I think there's no reason why I can't do this 50K. I'm pretty confident I can pull this thing off. So more on that after the race, of course. That's in 3 weeks on July the 9th. So we'll talk to you then. Hey, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, please scroll down, hit that like icon. And if you're new here and not a subscriber, love to have you stick around. Just hit that subscribe icon. Thanks again for watching and happy running.